Everyone mentioned today is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and everything I discuss here is theory until proven fact, even if it is.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me like that, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took a red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seeds as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? Okay, let me get the screen up. Just want to say hello to everyone. Hey Eric, how you going? The staircase is a bit too narrow for all. I think the first comment, which I can't get back to, was just be careful with it. Yeah. And Eric, you're now a mod as well because I don't want your comments getting hidden at all. How you going, Deb? Out to lunch. Who else have we got in here? Kai, how you going? Janelle, hang on a sec. Janelle, I'm going to add you as a mod too so that they don't start censoring your comments. Alex, how you going? Happy birthday, Alex. I just read in the comments. Wow. Okay, where are we? Back here somewhere. Right, Janelle, yep, got ya. Sherry, who else have I missed? I think that's it. Most people now have... Oh, John Paul. You're lurking in the background. I'm just going to add you as a mod just in case your comments ever get censored too. Jan. Okay, yep, you Jan. Okay, who else have we got in here? Menacing Muskrat, how you going? You reckon a modern Carrington event is about to occur? Emergency update on YouTube. Shannon, how you going? Have we got everyone now? Oh, my back is feeling a bit better. Hey, Tasman, how you doing? Hang on a sec. Okay. Everyone's got moderator status because I don't want anyone's comments being censored. And so, yeah, just in case. My back, I was on my back. Oh, well, I wasn't on my back for 2 days. That doesn't sound very good, does it? No, I was in bed for 2 days. Couldn't move very well. So, J1, how you going? Okay, let's get into some Epstein stuff. There's a lot. And this is only the tip of the iceberg, guys. Just give it a few days, there'll be even more. Sir Doge of the coin said there must be some truly insane shit happening in the background if they're releasing all these Epstein files. Yes. We only get to see what they want us to see, okay? Elon Musk said that is the key question, and it's in response to Ian Miles Chong. They're desperate to make Elon look bad, but he's been consistently calling for the prosecutions of every wrongdoer whose actions were enabled by Jeffrey Epstein. Where are the investigations? It seems strange that Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, yet her clients are not. And Elon said that's the key question. Epstein and Maxwell were sent to prison for running an underage child sex ring. Prosecute their clients until we see at least one client arrested. This partial release of Epstein files means nothing. Just wait, it's coming. Bill and Hillary have already been subpoenaed for the Epstein situation, and they didn't turn up. So let's just wait and see what happens. Tony said Don Lemon arrested, 3 million pages of Epstein files released, Nicki Minaj making Liberals cry, Save Act gaining momentum and votes, ICE is not slowing down and Trump keeps winning. How Americans feel right now. And that's what takes me higher, higher than I've been before. Sorry, break your windows for you. There you go. You can thank me later. Oh, dear. Matt XRP Patriot said, fact check for the meltdown crowd. Marion Richardson just explained why Trump is mentioned 5,000 plus times in the Epstein files, and surprise, it's exactly what we all knew and we have known for more than 8 years, but people recently waking up might be thinking that, yeah, Trump might be involved. Yeah, I know it looks that way, but that's how they made it look. They can make the innocent look guilty and the guilty look innocent. That's what media does. Okay, it's not because Trump was involved, it's because everyone around Epstein was obsessed with Trump. Lawyers, media, political operatives, elites, all conspiring, name-dropping, scheming and strategizing about how to take him down. If mentions equals guilt, then every FBI agent, journalist and prosecutor is cooked too. Meanwhile, Trump kicked Epstein out, banned him from Mar-a-Lago, cooperated with investigations. So, yeah, a ton of mentions because they were talking about him, not with him. They were all conspiring against him. Cope harder, read the files instead of the headlines. Okay, let's have a listen.
Okay, they finally released the Epstein files. Let's get into it. So in the 3 million documents that were released, Donald Trump is mentioned over 5,000 times. And I know liberals, you're like, oh my God. However, I need you to know that Obama was mentioned 2,500 times. Your boy Clinton was mentioned 3,900 times, and Bill Gates is mentioned 6,300 times. The way that the system works is you can type in someone's name and it will show you any document with that person's name. So the DOJ did warn, just because someone is mentioned does not mean they are accused. And I will say, after pouring through hundreds of these documents so far, that is definitely the case. A lot of the mentions about Trump, the vast majority, are things about his real estate dealings.
And that's what the left are going for, the mention. As soon as you mention, that's it. Guilty? No. And even with all the people on the lists that we've seen about Epstein so far, we've got to be careful.
Or just an email sent from one person to the next about Trump's campaign, or just fluff, honestly. Now, one document I do want to discuss is the NTOC call log. This was the FBI's tip line where people were calling and leaving anonymous accusations against Trump. Now, they're saying all types of stuff in here, but when you look closer, for the vast majority of them, when the FBI reached back out to try and get more information, the person never responded. They either left a bad phone number, they said that they were going to send an email with more information, they never did. Even one person, the FBI said they were deemed not credible because that person had 3 separate reports of the law enforcement needing to call and have them mentally evaluated. So again, I'm going to keep looking through all of this because if Trump is guilty of something, I want to know, right? As a Trump supporter and as a mother to a young girl, I care about this. I do want to know, but I will also be looking into why Gates is mentioned 6,000 times. Obama is mentioned 2,000 times. Clinton is mentioned almost 4,000 times. You guys should care about whoever's on this list, not just Donald Trump. And I have to say, this one document really gives credit to Trump's claims that the left slandered him throughout his entire campaign run, because they literally had people calling the FBI and making up stories about Trump. Now, I'm going to keep reading. And again, if he is guilty, I want to know. But I must say, what I'm seeing so far leaves a lot to be desired.
Exactly. Well, look, we've been looking, people who've been awake for longer than just when COVID happened have been looking into this for a long time. And we know, at least we think we do. But I want to know too, if Trump's guilty, let me know. Like, they can, we'll find out. Government EXE is corrupt said, why did Mark Carney's name show up so many times on the Epstein files? Was he laundering money of the elites or openly participating in sex parties? These are questions we deserve answers to. They're not the only ones. Australia's been mentioned. UK's been mentioned. We're all being mentioned. Well, our countries are being mentioned. Cillian said Isabel Maxwell is the technological director of the World Economic Forum. She's also the sister of Ghislaine Maxwell, one of the world's most notorious child traffickers and partner of Jeffrey Epstein. The memberships to Epstein Island and the WEF are the same, allegedly. Okay? Everything here is alleged until proven factual, even if it is, okay? I have to do that. Sorry. But yes, Maxwell's sister runs the WEF, or technological director of the WEF. And there's another sister. I can't remember what she does. Can't remember. MJ Truth Ultra said, taking the family out for dinner and maybe back on later. Just wanted to say something to the idiots who still think Trump is a pedo. He arrested Epstein. Same with Mossad Maxwell. He released millions of the Epstein files. No other president did that. He did. He released those files where it says horrible things about him, despite the fact they're from random tipsters, drug addicts and known fraudsters, many of which came in after he was elected POTUS. He released those files where it says he was controlled by Israel, knowing people would run with it, but too stupid to understand it came from Michael Moore, the informant he sent to the LA FBI. And Michael Moore's been known for years to be, so TDS, full of TDS, sorry. He did that, nobody else did. Someone who's controlled by Israel and a pedo as the most powerful person in the world released the very files that incriminates him? Yeah, no. You simply don't comprehend he's been exposing this. This is that's why they hate him so much. This person has strong views that they believe they're dumbasses for believing it. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Oh, God, love you, Shannon.
Shannon donated $10. Happy birthday, Alex. We all love you a long time.
Love you a long time, Alex. Oh, God, love you. Thank you, Shannon, you legend. Was that for Alex or for me? Oh, yeah, the other sister's married to Fauci, is she? I can't remember. Yeah, they have a massive tech company. Okay. ROSIE? I don't know. Anyway, congrats to Prime Minister Mark Carney for making it into the Epstein files. BC Barracuda said you made the Epstein news. Congratulations. SNC Lavalin. Hey, you and Justin are close. What's this one? Jeffrey Epstein and Jez Staley blackmail ring. To Mel Stride, chairman of the UK Treasurer. Oh, I can't see anything. Okay, hang on. Keep going, maybe. Yep. It's noted that Andrew Bailey and Mark Carney are being investigated for the LC&F scandal. Bailey and the TSC suppressing key information to the FBI, PRA and FCA regarding the Jez Staley JP Morgan emails. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to go over that a bit. The SNC Lavalin affair, often referred to as the LC&F scandal, or simply the SNC Lavalin scandal, was a major Canadian political controversy that began in February 2019. It involved allegations that Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's office improperly pressured former Attorney General and Justice Minister Jody Wilson-Raybould to halt a criminal prosecution against Montreal-based engineering plant SNC Lavalin. Background of the case: corruption charges. In 2015, SNC Lavalin was charged with fraud and corruption for allegedly paying nearly $48 million in bribes to officials in Libya between 2001 and 2011 to secure government contracts. The stakes are, if convicted, the company faces a mandatory 10-year ban from bidding on federal government contracts, which it argued would threaten thousands of jobs. Interesting. Liz Churchill said, you remember the notes they got during Bush's funeral? We know what you did on Epstein Island. Is that what it says? I really, really would love to know what those papers said that they got during the funeral. Remember? Oh dear. Oh no, I'm in trouble now. Wow. Basil the Great said they ate humans. In 2009, a young model named Gabriela Jimenez yelled on camera that she had witnessed elite socialites eating humans before being arrested. She was dismissed as crazy. 17 years later, the Epstein files say she was right all along. Has she been seen since? Remember this woman? There you go. Tamara said, did Elizabeth Warren ever say why her husband's name appears over a dozen times in the Epstein files? See, mentions, we got to wait until actual, come on, release it, start holding people accountable. C3 said, with talks of the Epstein, remember Andrew Breitbart died just about a year after he posted this. He was only 43 years old. Allegedly, they eliminated him, no doubt in my mind. You'll never convince me otherwise. Andrew Breitbart said how prog guru John Podesta isn't a household name as a world-class underage sex slave cover-upper. Defending unspeakable dregs escapes me. Okay, remember John Podesta? Ping pong, comet ping pong. And believe it or not, the pizza thing relates to this too. Okay, Elon Musk has replied to this person. Ray said Elon's made it very clear he never set foot on Epstein Island, never boarded the plane, never attended any of those events. Nothing in the released documents points to the contrary. He was always pressured for genuine justice, focusing on holding the people who actually committed crimes accountable through real prosecutions. It's disappointing to watch old, out-of-context messages get spun in a way that shifts attention away from those who actually deserve the scrutiny. Facts are straightforward, and in time they'll stand on their own. I trust that the truth will come through clearly. And Elon responded to that, saying they need to release Epstein videos with the victims' images blurred out. He recorded everything. That will eliminate all doubt. I'm in none of them, but many prominent people, especially on the left, are. They're not all on the left. There are some Republicans, okay, but many prominent people, especially on the left, are. Game over. Come on, man. Let's see some arrests. Come on, go get Hillary. Where is she? Katie said, here's our Prime Minister of Australia fawning over Bill Gates, a man credibly accused of banging prostitutes. Oh, well, come on, man. They could be trafficked. Catching an STI, then scheming with Epstein to secretly dose his own wife with antibiotics to hide his filthy mess. And this is who our leader idolises and does dodgy deals with? Absolutely revolting. This is Anthony Albanese with Bill Gates. He loves him. He absolutely loves Bill Gates. I don't like our Prime Minister. Not many Australians do. Okay, only the ones he imported. A MAGA voice said, holy shit. Remember Ricky Gervais saying this about all of Hollywood and Epstein? Ricky Gervais was absolutely right. It's going massively viral again for saying it. A big year for pedo movies. Shut up, I know Jeffrey Epstein was your friend, but I don't care. You're in no position to lecture anyone. Mic drop.
In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Look, talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care. No one cares about movies anymore. No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done, Netflix, you win everything. Good night. But no, we got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer. And it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and off, okay?
Tom Hanks right at the end there. Tom Hanks, yeah, we know. Tom Hanks was mentioned as well. So there you go. Is that he? Is that how you say it? I can't see it from here. Sorry. How you going? Good to see you. Yeah, so they're in no position to lecture anyone. And Molly Ringwald's come out now and said ICE is committing treason and... Oh, Molly Ringwald, you moron. Did they think we'd follow the stars? They're morons. Senator Babbitt, which is an Australian politician, said, you know which member of parliament isn't in the Epstein list? Me. I wonder who else is in there, though. I would not be surprised if more names popped up. Kevin Rudd, our ambassador to the US, who Trump hates, and he's leaving next year, early next year, thank God. He's resigning. Kevin Rudd among those named in latest Epstein files. Interesting. But remember, just because someone's named, that does not mean that they are guilty, okay? We need the videos. We need something. We need absolute proof. Come on. Patriot Girls said, ever wonder why Ellen's set so strongly resembled the temple on Epstein Island? Remember that? Does anyone remember this from around 2020? Yeah. Funny that, isn't it? It's like a sign, a signal to other people. Trump girl said the mask is off. Jeffrey Epstein's newly released files named Jay-Z as a sick predator who drugged and raped multiple women and was literally naked in the room with Harvey Weinstein. This monster still walks red carpets and runs empires in the music industry. How many more victims have to suffer before Hollywood burns? The conspiracy crowd tried to warn us and we mocked them. Never again. There you go. And is Beyonce still with him after all this? Interesting, isn't it? She's in with them, I believe. Not a number set. A document in the Epstein files suggests that Keir Starmer profited from the rape and trafficking of children, allegedly, okay. In other words, he was involved. What's this one? I can't read it. It's too far. It's too tiny. Is that Mark Latham? Labor? What? Paul Keating, Labor. John Howard, Liberal. Government involvement. Intellectual property theft targeting business. Can I open in a new tab? Right, where'd it go? Open it in a new tab. Here it is. Sorry. I just want to try and zoom in. Oh, there we go. Business concepts, 2004 to 2020, intellectual property theft, illegal surveillance within my home, targeting fraudulent activity, sexual targeting, police targeting, illegal representation, illegally obtained medical records and falsified diagnosis, illegal incarceration, detainment, Glenside, illegally medicated, continued sexual targeting. And this is Jacqueline Pearce is up here. 2003, Mark Latham, Labor. That's Australia. Start of stolen business concept, illegal surveillance, privacy of my home, Paul Keating, Labor. John Howard, Liberal, that's also Australian. Stolen business concepts, privacy of my home, married coalition party partner John Anderson. John Howard, Liberal, medical business plan, 2007 to 2009, Regional Development Board, Port Pirie. Kevin Rudd, Labor, stolen picture from dating site, sexual targeting, motorcycle gangs. Kevin Rudd, Labor, communication tool, medical business plan. Julia Gillard, Labor, Monique, I don't know how to say that. Sexual targeting, fraudulent activity. Julia Gillard, Kevin Rudd again. These are all Australians. Tony Abbott, letters of involvement, medical business plan, fraudulent activity, sexual targeting, police targeting, continuous stolen business concepts. Malcolm Turnbull, Liberal, sexual targeting, fraudulent activity. Oh, Australia's bad. Tony Abbott, Malcolm Turnbull, illegal representation, falsified diagnosis, illegally released and obtained medical records, illegally ordered mental health evaluation, illegal incarceration, detainment, illegally medicated, denied investigation, ICAC. Scott Morrison, Liberal, continued stolen business concepts from privacy of my home, JC Innovations, sexual targeting, Professor Vincent Bologna, Adelaide University, police presence, restricted services, screenshot of message on mobile phone, Julia Gillard, Labor University position, Professor Vincent Bologna. Adelaide University obtained $12 million grant connected to David Bradley, medical, oh my goodness, Medical Industry University, Tasmania Motorcycle Gang Science Conference, opening of $12 million grant. Pisani, Liberal, sexual targeting, Malcolm Turnbull, Liberal, Michael Brooks, Adelaide University, Professor Vincent Bologna, KTH Sweden University, employed by Adelaide University, sexual targeting. Continued illegal activity between the periods of 2004 to 2020, conducted by both parties, Liberal and Labor only. Suspect, black market sex site. Sexual targeting owned and operated by both parties in connection with criminal figures, motorcycle gangs, corrupt police. Suspect, voting polls. Fraudulent activity is state empowered to conduct continuous illegal activity and to eliminate the other parties from gaining the chair of power. Suspect, both parties are one party split into two, deceiving both the opposition parties and the public. Fraudulent activity. What the fuck have I just read? Holy shit. Yeah, it doesn't mention Keir Starmer. But what the far out did I just read? Holy cow. I'm going to like it anyway because that was some information that I had no idea. Okay. Like I had suspected it, but interesting. It's still suspect because we don't know for sure. Liz Churchill said Bill Gates was planning pandemic simulations with Jeffrey Epstein in 2017. Strain pandemic simulation. Yeah, following a follow-up recommendations and or technical specifications for strain pandemic simulation. Happy to do whatever else is helpful. or adopt along the way. Thanks for the opportunity, hoping the weekend is off to a good start. Nice. This is insane. Tommy Robinson said Jeffrey Epstein sent Peter Mandelson $75,000. Starmer made him US ambassador. He's still in the House of Lords and still a member of Keir Starmer's Labor Party. I do believe Keir Starmer is involved somewhere along the line here. This is Mandelson at Epstein's home in his underpants. It's a big club, and we ain't in it, thank God, and we want to see arrests, right? What the hell? This is what we want more. We need more of actually, we need video. Really. Not that I want to see anything really bad. It's not that, but a proof. Jack the Rippler said, I'm so glad the Ripple team has nothing to do with the Epstein files, because guess who does? XRP is a done deal. XRP's okay, but looks like some of these might have something to do with helping Epstein. Okay, Patrick L. Riley said, confirmed Jeffrey Epstein got Gary Gensler the job at MIT under Joichi Ito due to Gensler-Epstein mutual Clinton connection. What favour did Gary Gensler deliver in exchange for the SEC chairman position? What did Epstein have on him for leverage? What the far out? This again? I could see it better here and I can't see it. Please direct all scheduling inquiries to my office at, and who's it from? Different views on this CFTC chairmanship. We was very involved with Hillary campaign and angling for jobs. Please direct all scheduling inquiries to my office. Thought you and Lisa might find amusing an aftershock of the Me Too movement. A revival of My Fair Lady has Eliza Doolittle walking out of the house when, at the end, Higgins says, okay, get my slippers instead. Okay. God knows, but there you go. Neil said, just when Ripple XRP story couldn't get any more bizarre, XRP holders, just hang in there. I know it's going down. Just hang in there or buy. If you haven't bought yet, buy now. It's down. David Joel Katz Schwartz said, I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if this is just the tip of the giant iceberg. Stella isn't so stellar. Hi guys, yeah, we've obviously seen Stellar.org, not sure what the relationship with Jed and his team are. I know obviously some of the players, but this is a problem for us. Would one of you please give me a call at I can explain some of the issues, but basically I've been asked by the other co-founders to reduce or take your allocation away. Ripple and Jed's new Stellar are bad for the ecosystem we are building, and it does our company damage to have investors who are backing two horses in the same race. Happy to discuss a fair way to deal with this. Okay, so Stellar, okay. Because this was to Jeffrey Epstein from Reid Hoffman. So Stellar and Ripple are okay. Because they hate it. Okay, Raylan Givens said, Major, President Trump posted this video on Truth Social where a college of woke right losers like Tucker Carlson and Crazy Candace are being told to shut the F up. Finally, the president realises who the real cancer is. This is a massive that he's calling them out because, look, they turn on Trump all the time, okay? If you don't know it, they've done it. They're trying to do it with people. Turn people against Trump. Now, just listen to what this is saying.
Do you remember what it was like when the 2020 election was rigged and stolen? Do you remember all the bullshit stories people told you about how the fraudulent election would be overturned? Do you remember the symbols of tyranny when fences went up around D.C. for Joe Biden's inauguration? Do you remember watching fuel and food prices skyrocket in a matter of months? Do you remember watching our borders being invaded by a virtual army of unidentified criminals? Do you remember watching our nation get systematically destroyed for 4 years by the Joe Biden autopen administration? Do you remember longing for the days of winning when we had Donald Trump in the White House? Mm-hmm. Do you remember thinking he was going to die when the bullet aimed at his brain only grazed his ear? Do you remember rejoicing after witnessing the miracle that saved his life? Do you remember celebrating the epic landslide victory in November of 2024? This is what you hoped for. This is what you prayed for. This is what you voted for. So why are you questioning every decision he makes?
Yeah, Alex
Now that he's back in office.
Jones.
God didn't save his life so he could make mistakes. He knows what he's doing. Maybe it's time to shut the fuck up and let him cook. This has been a public service announcement, paid for by the Dilly Meme team.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, shut the F up and let him cook, mate. Seriously. You got to let Donald Trump cook. He knows what he's doing. Brian Lilly said if only Canadians could learn this and apply it to Donald Trump. Instead, the majority of our population is purely emotional about the man. Oh, I can say the same for Australia. Warren Buffett said you'll continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. Like, I don't really like Warren Buffett, but this is true. True power is sitting back and observing things with logic. True power is restraint. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. Breathe and allow things to pass. Okay, take a deep breath when things aren't going or don't seem to be going our way. Take a deep breath and relax. James Woods said we will never have, by every good metric imaginable, a president as great as Donald Trump. He's literally been one man in the storm, turning back a tsunami of graft, corruption and sloth in Washington and beyond. Is that supposed to be grift or graft? He's a gladiator, a truly unstoppable force of nature. Go, Trump. Let's go, mate. Come on. You can do this. I'm behind Trump. I've been behind him since not long after walking down the escalator there. I was a bit wary of him at first, but now I'm all for him. Rob Smith said it's pleasing to know that President Donald Trump is closely monitoring Anthony Albanese. The CIA is no joke. Now, Rob Smith's Australian, okay? The Australian said Trump watching Albanese amid concerns over PM's pro-Palestine history. Yep, come on, let's do it. Can we have a look at our elections? LT Australia said, I love Donald Trump, another Australian. Compare him to pissant PM Albanese we have here in Australia, who cowers to Islamic terrorist hate preachers and funds Hamas by funneling hundreds of millions in so-called humanitarian grants and recognising an imaginary nation with no defined borders. Oh, where'd that go? There you go. Trump's bold move. President moves to ban Sharia law in the United States, or Sharia law, depends on how you want to say it. Yep, come on, Trump. Liz Churchill said Alex Soros is the retarded sugar daddy that funds the tyranny. One man, Donald Trump, literally came in and just took that all away. So, yeah, he stopped US aid. And that's what was funding it. Little weasel. Okay, the White House said this on January 15th. The United States needs Greenland for the purpose of national security. If we don't, Russia or China will, and that's not going to happen, President Donald J. Trump. Okay? The United States needs Greenland for the purpose of national security. It's vital for the Golden Dome that we are building. NATO should be leading that way for us to get it. If we don't, Russia or China will, and that's not going to happen. Militarily, without the vast power of the United States, much of which I built during my first term, and I'm now bringing to a new and even higher level, NATO would not be an effective force or deterrent, not even close. They know that, and so do I. NATO becomes far more formidable and effective with Greenland in the hands of the United States. Anything less than that is unacceptable. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President DJT. MAGA Voice said breaking. Donald Trump said Michael Cohen said he was coerced by Letitia James and Alvin Bragg. This is absolutely wild. Donald Trump said these horrible radical left people doing everything possible to destroy our country should pay a big price for this. It was a setup from the beginning. New York courts with many fair and wonderful judges are embarrassed by what has happened. We cannot let this pass. Michael Cohen says he was coerced by Letitia James and Alvin Bragg to turn on Trump. Well, you've got to be pretty weak for someone to convince you to turn on him. Okay, Avi Yamini, Israeli Avi, said Donald Trump recently humiliated Kevin Rudd on the world stage, remember, saying he doesn't even know who he is. Now Rudd has announced he's quitting a year early as Australia's ambassador to the US. Thank God for that. This is not a resignation that's being escorted out. Good riddance. Let's enjoy that delicious moment again. Let's have a look.
Go ahead. There's been concern in Australia that it's taken 9 months to get this meeting. Have you had any concerns with this administration, with its stance on Palestine, climate change, or even things the ambassador said about you in the past, the Australian ambassador?
I don't know anything about him. I mean, if he said bad, then maybe he'll like to apologize. I really don't know. Did an ambassador say something bad about him? Don't tell me. I don't. Where is he? Is he still working for you?
Yeah.
You said bad?
Before I took this position, Mr. President.
I don't like you either. I don't, and I probably never will. Go ahead.
Ha 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 ha. Don't like you either and probably never will. See you later, mate. Inevitable West said breaking, the UN has issued a letter to its 193 member states warning they face imminent financial collapse after Donald Trump cut US funding. The globalists are panicking right now, guys. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing. That's why the chaos. The White House said the Great Healthcare Plan. President Donald J. Trump unveils the Great Healthcare Plan to lower costs and deliver money directly to the American people.
Today, I'm thrilled to announce my plan to lower healthcare prices for all Americans and truly make healthcare affordable again. We're doing things that nobody's ever been able to do. We're calling it the Great Healthcare Plan. Instead of putting the needs of big corporations and special interests first, our plan finally puts you first and puts more money in your pocket. The government is going to pay the money directly to you. It goes to you, and then you take the money and buy your own health care. Nobody's ever heard of that before, and that's the way it is. The big insurance companies lose, and the people of our country win. This proposal locks in the massive discounts on prescription drugs that my administration is achieving through our most favored nation drug pricing agreement. Now, when you hear about that, for 40 years they've been trying to do it, but they never were able to do it. No other president was able to do it. I got every other country to approve it by the use of tariffs and other things. They all approved it. Nobody else got it. No other president got it. And for the most part, they didn't even try because they felt it was impossible. It'll bring down drug prices 80, 90%, in some cases, just numbers that nobody's ever heard of before. Your prescription drugs will come way, way down. And under this policy, the prices of many drugs will be slashed by 300, 400, and even 500% starting this month at the TrumpRx.gov. So instead of Americans paying the highest drug prices in the world, which we have for decades, we will now be paying the lowest cost paid by any other nation. So any other nation that's paying the lowest cost, that's what we're going to pay. And the American people will get the savings. So I have to reiterate, the lowest price in the world is what you're going to pay. Before, you were paying the highest price in the world by far, and the politicians did nothing about it. So I'm asking Congress to complete the work that we've started. Next, my plan would reduce your insurance premiums by stopping government payoffs to big insurance companies and sending that money directly to the people. Obamacare was designed to make insurance companies rich. I call it the Unaffordable Care Act, with billions of dollars in taxpayer subsidies that helped their stock prices skyrocket over 1,700%. As you paid more money for health care every single year, more and more. The premiums went higher and higher. I want to end this flagrant scam and put extra money straight into the health care savings account in your name, and you go out and buy your own health care, and you'll make a great deal. You get better health care for less money. That way you can choose the care that is right for your family. To further reduce insurance premiums, my plan ends the giant kickbacks to insurance brokers and corporate middlemen that only drive up the costs, and that's what they're intended to do, drive up the cost. But we're driving down the cost.
Way to go, Trump.
And it fully funds a long-neglected part of the law known as the Cost-Sharing Reduction Program. This measure alone should cut premiums on the most popular Obamacare plans. It's hard to believe there are any, because it's a hated program. It's unaffordable, but it's going to cut them by an average of 10 to 15%.
Think about all the middlemen getting paid for absolutely nothing at all, for doing sweet FA.
Next, the Great Healthcare Plan. That's the name. It's called the Great Healthcare because it's great healthcare at a lower price. Mandates unprecedented accountability and transparency from insurance companies and all healthcare providers so that special interests can no longer profiteer at your expense. As the saying goes, sunlight is the best disinfectant. That is why my plan orders all insurance companies to publish rate and coverage comparisons in very plain English. It requires insurers to publish detailed information about how much of your money they're going to be paying out in claims versus how much they're taking in profits. In other words, you will be able to watch the scam. It forces them to release detailed data on how many claims are being denied and whether those denials are eventually overturned on appeal. And most importantly, it will require any hospital or insurer who accepts Medicare or Medicaid to prominently post all prices at their place of business so that you are never surprised and you can easily shop for a better deal or better care. And you're going to end up doing both. You're going to get a better deal and better care. We will have maximum price transparency and costs will come down incredibly. I'm calling on Congress to pass this framework into law without delay. Have to do it right now so that we can get immediate relief to the American people, the people I love. Thank you very much.
I saw that boink bot. It's a bot. It's even in your name, you twit. Okay, the White House said the last thing, thanks to whoever got rid of it too. The White House said the last thing the world needs is to have China take over Canada. It's not going to happen or even come close to happening. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Yep. So China's not going to take over Canada. It's not even going to come close. Excellent. That's okay. I'm laughing at it. You got to be, that's when you know you're upsetting them, is when they come on and say things like that in the chats. Don't worry about it, guys. Thank you, though. Liz Churchill said, send this treasonous liar to prison. Tulsi Gabbard releases documents that prove it was Barack Obama who led the Russiagate conspiracy and coup against President Donald Trump. Documents have been turned over to the DOJ via the Gateway Pundit. Yeah, Pundit. And that's it for today so far. I will be looking up more of the Epstein files in coming days. And when I can, I'm going to jump on and do another live, I think. So, yeah. We'll go over some of the comments as far as I can get. Oh, nearly back to the beginning. That's not going to last long. Yeah, YouTube was getting silly and even censoring comments of people just saying hello to each other. That's why nearly everyone's a mod. Yeah, Kai Endurance. Is Phoenix in here? Yep, Tasman and Phoenix. Shanna said they blocked us for saying Happy Australia Day on Australia Day. They did. So if anyone's wondering why there's a lot of mods in the chat, then that is because everyone was getting censored. Yeah, Alex said it was getting ridiculous. Hopefully it won't happen now. People have spanners. Menacing Muskrat said, here we go. Lucette, how you going? Alex said, I think we need to copy those documents before they try and wipe them. They're all horrendous monsters. Does not surprise me those names are in the files. Yeah, well, just remember, just because the names are in there, it doesn't equal guilt. We have to, that's why we need more evidence, more solid evidence. Menacing Muskrat said, stay prepared and don't be scared. Fuel up, stock up and cash up or barrow up. Stay in prayer. God love you, Menacing. Lisette said, I think Trump was a playboy in his younger years, but I don't believe he ever raped anyone. No. Oh, he would have had women throwing themselves at him. Look at him when he was younger. Bit of a looker. He would have had women throwing themselves. He wouldn't have needed to. Alex said, I remember hearing that about Maxwell's sister ages ago. They have a massive tech company. Yep. Michelle asked if the other sister was married to Fauci. I'm not sure. Deb said, I'm sure that would be front and centre if Trump was, if Trump was guilty, we'd have evidence by now. Menacing Muskrat said, Carney's wife is a high-up witch. Token Daily, how you going? Michael Moore woke me up a bit in 2004 when he released Fahrenheit 9/11, ironically. Yeah, he turned, like a lot of them are, you've got to be careful who you listen to. I'm not going to tell anyone who to listen to, but please be careful. Okay, I mean, Sean Atwood's now got Epstein's niece apparently on his show, and be careful of him. I'm telling you. Daddygate 2020, 2019. Yeah, he had a young prostitute. He was 50-something years old. He had a 20-year-old prostitute under his care at the time, allegedly. Well, he claimed she was under his care, who tried to commit suicide under his care, who tried to jump out a balcony window under his care, who had an adult website, and I saw way too much than what I needed to see of that poor young girl. I saw everything. I saw what she had for lunch. And he exploited her. So please be careful. That's just my opinion, mind you. Please be careful who you listen to, especially the ones that turn on Trump. Just be careful. If they supported him and turn on him, be careful. Oh, yeah. I bookmarked a lot more than what I had there. New York mayor's mum in picture with people of Ireland. See, even X is not allowing me to bookmark a lot of stuff because I had Sean Atwood bookmarked. I also had Mamdami's mum and a picture of Mamdami with Epstein and his mum, and apparently she gave birth not long after visiting it. I don't know. Like it lined up something along the, and people think that Epstein might even be his father. Mamdami's, yes. Okay, New York Mayor, yep. Menacing Muskrat said Ghislaine's sister is high up with Palantehev, yep. Deb said, we all love you long time, Alex. Mayor's mum is in Disney company. Didn't Disney boat go to those islands? Yes, there's more to that. Oh, well, look, I'm going to have to come back again. I don't know if I can get back tomorrow or the next day, but I'm going to try and do another live with more Epstein stuff as it comes out because it's just coming out now. People are going through it. Janelle said, ironically, I saw Moore's name in the files. Kai's token now. Alex said, that doesn't surprise me either. Not much does these days, Menacing. Token Daily is doing the same. Deb said, it's just so nice to get a break from the 40-plus weather back to just 30. Oh, we have 20s. Actually, it's 14 degrees here, Celsius right now. Deb said, we have it all. Pictures. Hey, Donald, how you doing? Take it easy, tonkin' easy, tonkin' it easy, said Shannon. Okay, Deb said, yes, it's the elite are the real cannibals. What's that, Menacing? Jodie Wilson, Ray Bold and Michael Wernick, phone call, raw audio. Alex said, yes, I remember her and believe that reaction was genuine. She definitely saw something disturbing. Kai said the entire world will skid to a stop when it's all told. Yes, it will. People are going to be shocked. Token said, look, cops have the ability to search your phones without your consent now. They can see your photos before you send them. All your messages and photos are scanned by AI to report on you. Yep. Yeah, Shannon, Fine Young Cannibals. Remember that band? Out to lunch said, Kai, need a bubbler or a good bong if doing flour. Oh, Lucette said, we haven't heard anything about James Elephantis for years. Has he been dealt with? Oh, if he hasn't, he will be. Menacing Muskrat said she can't unsee what she just witnessed. It'll be with her for the rest of her life, poor woman. Alex said, I thought you meant those ghost hunters, Warrens, but I think it was Ed and Lorraine. Not, I confused the name. Yeah, Ed and Lorraine Warren. Deb said, can I not have a Spanish so I can go on the naughty corner? You want to go in there now, Deb, do you? Kai said, not much here to report on. I'll probably be liquidated due to decrepitude. Oh, God love you, Kai. Lucette said, unfortunately, RFK's in the Epstein files and he's admitted it. Yeah, but just because they're in it doesn't mean they're guilty. Trump's in it, okay? Elon's in it. There are going to be people who are not guilty of stuff. So that's why we can't just go, oh, they're on there, they're guilty. You can't do that. Yeah, because everyone mentioned, like, we've got to wait. Deb said, Albo playing goof. Yep. Menacing Muskrat said, I think we're going to see a lot of people come back from the dead as witnesses. Just saying. How do you know Epstein himself will come back from the dead and be a witness? What do you reckon? Alex said, you can tell a person by the company they keep. Albo and all of them are disgusting. Heech. I think it's Heech, is it? Or Heechy? I read it as Heechy, but that's a one. Top leftist call to release the files have been tempered and limited or quiet. Makes me think they don't really want it released, despite trying to make it a Trump-only thing. Yes, exactly. Deb said, absolute truth, 100%, no, a joke. Shannon said, it's because the warts on his penis feels... What? Shannon, you nearly got me. Kai said, saw an ad for actors, wanted 180 plus per hour, no experience needed. Alex said, Gervais was well on the ball, same as dear Rick Mail, spitting truth. Yeah, exactly. Lucette said, Shannon, oh my God, that conjures up a horrific image. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't say it all. Yeah, menacing. There's the link to the Q website. There's another thing that I had bookmarked, had to do with pizza and had to do with Q. Hey, Teresa. How you going? Okay. Tim S. said, I commented on a post from Lindsay Graham, admit you're a closeted homosexual, new Epstein, so they will stop blackmailing you. I was blocked. On ya, Timmy. How you going, Timmy? Hope you're ready for a watch with me next on Rumble. I paid for it as soon as I jumped off yesterday. Donald said, we're going to watch a movie tonight. We sure are. Shannon said, paid and controlled, blackmail Hollyweird. I've got a good one too. It's an X-Files episode and it's called Drive. Okay. And it's about magnetic frequency hurting people. Yeah, Shannon said, paid and controlled blackmailed Hollyweird. Yeah, Alex's birthday yesterday. God love you, Alex. Happy birthday. Token said, I never understood how Jay-Z was so popular. No, he's ugly as too. And not great at anything, really. I don't think his songs are great. Yeah. Deb said the symbols will be their downfall. Some people must like them. I don't know. Shannon said, all the Frazzle drip shirt and Wilson's soccer ball and even Lady Gaga's meat dress. Yes, don't forget them. They'll be coming up soon. I should do another Rothschild and that ball. Oh, it might be on here somewhere. Maybe not. Because when I got deleted off this channel, I opened another channel and I had the Rothschilds ball and the dinner that they all had, that all the Hollywood had with the heads sticking out of the table. I had a video on that as well somewhere. Surreal ball. And YouTube took it down. And I didn't even speak during it, right? I just showed the pictures of it. Token said, Hard Knock Life was a rip-off of Little Annie. That song sucked. Alex said, I know he's terrible and sounds like he's been dropped on his head a few times, Token Daily. Deb said, sold soul. Out to Lunch said, actors not needed now with AI. Hollywood can be sacrificed. They think maybe. Deb said, Beyonce reckon is worse. Token Daily said, Jay-Z probably was blackmailing the record industry to make him famous. Think about it. Token Daily, I'm going to make you a mod as well. I don't think I've done that yet. Just so you don't get, censored. It doesn't, you don't have to do anything, okay? You don't have to censor, don't delete anyone or anything like that. It's just so you don't get censored. Your comments don't get censored. Kai said, bunch of executed actors recently also possible? Yes. It's also possible a few of them are locked up already or dead. Lucette said, anyone heard another young man's been charged for arson against Starmer's properties? I wish the mainstream media would report it. Teresa said, 45, 47 EOs, they're screwed. Yes, they are. Deb said, Labor to help destroy. Menacing Muskrat said, Queen Bee is a high-up witch along with a lot more of these fallen stars or angels. Yep. Out to lunch and my internet is starting to do like last night. Shannon said Paul Keating has a pig farm and his daughter with Epstein coming out of Epstein's Manhattan New York apartment. I'm not sure. Token said no one cared about immigration till Trump. Most of these libs voted for Obama. Yep. Alex said, I reckon Beyonce is like Jabba the Hutt when the mask comes off. Yeah, Shannon said, I can't believe Hev didn't know how bad Australia... Like, I do, but just to have right in front of you, you know what I mean? Or to know that they were actually, like, spying full on people, I shouldn't be surprised. I should not be surprised. But I was a bit. Out to lunch, said, didn't Home Alone mum pass away? I don't know. Token Daily said Beyonce is Creole, not exactly black, just saying. Yeah, J1, Gillard, the Clinton Foundation. Julia Gillard was one of our politicians here in Australia and she's connected to the Clinton Foundation. She gave 500 million, didn't she? Was it 500 million or 5 million to the Clinton Foundation? Deb said he has no talent. Out to lunch said 33 days before a birthday. Kai said Obama, the reporter in chief. Danelle said, yes, I remember her from Beetlejuice. Deporter in chief, yes. Token said Clinton used to deal coke in southern Arkansas near Texarkana. Yes. Linked to the boys on the track. Do you remember the boys on the track? Yeah. Clinton and Arkansas, Mena, Arkansas, I think it's called. Mena, Arkansas. Look into that. Jeez, man. There's a lot going on. Okay, Out to Lunch said 33 years after Home Alone was released. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you haven't liked the video yet, please do. Okay, I appreciate everyone here. Teresa said, war is spiritual. Mama always said, yeah, the world is evil, war is spiritual. Menacing Muskrat said their adrenochrome's been turned off. They're off their rockers now. Yep. J1 said Alpha Lodge, Sydney. Kai said they all get in by making the promises that Trump's keeping. They're freaking out, yeah. Out to Lunch said, who held it? Deb said, we live in filth with these people. Yep. Shannon said, Hillary is also a practising witch. Yes, we know that. Along with Marina Abramovic, I had her bookmarked as well. I had all these things bookmarked and they're all missing. So work that out. That was on X. It's not supposed to be censored, you know. Token said Windows 11 can contact the authorities if their built-in AI detects wrongdoings. I'm not on Windows 11. Thank God. Because of the built-in AI. Kai said Hillary neck got stretched. Muskrat said they don't human. Where's the Minnie? Minnie P? I didn't see you. Where are you? Okay, in there somewhere. Hang on, I'll find you. Kai said drop went wrong, she hung. Lucette said most top politicians are psychopaths. Deb said is that Meghan Markle with him? I don't know. Teresa said a lot will be visiting Gitmo. Yes, they will. Kai said a bunch of worms getting fed. Muskrat said Billy Gates was experimenting on young ones on Epstein Island. J1 said Gitmo News Network have been warming up their media room. Good stuff. Tim S. said, if we have a movie night, are we going to do MST 3000 style? Or sit there in silence getting bitched at if we make comments, jokes? No, say what you want. If they really want to watch the show, they're going to have to go and watch it, you know. Token said Rolex uses 21st century robotics to manufacture 18th century technology. Yes, Deb said, please give Hev a thumbs up. Kai said Bill gave Melinda the clap. Yes. Shanna said, when your tin hat becomes a golden crown of knowledge. Yes, exactly, when your tinfoil hat becomes a golden crown of knowledge. And see, that's where I think Candace and that come in. Candace is there, I think, to make conspiracy theorists look absolutely stupid for people to just discount it, because I've seen all these anti-conspiracy theory people come out saying, see, conspiracy theories. They send you mad, this, that, and the other. No, she's being sent in to make people look absolutely nuts. That's what she's there for. That's what I believe, and you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to, you know, you can listen to her if you want, but that's what, yeah. That's just my thoughts. Okay. Token said this is a fun chat. Good vibes, definitely. Tim S. said gonorrhea is nothing to clap about. Oh, my goodness. Oh, way to go, Timo. Deb J, how you going? Oh, shit. Where to go now? Yeah, it's always a fun chat here. Yep, Teresa's laughing at Timo. Kai said, good folks here. I've been here from show 1. Yes, a lot of people have. So was Eric, was original. He commented at the very beginning. I've also made him a mod just so that he doesn't get censored either. Menacing Muskrat said, have you going to play the Gitmo trials when they start broadcasting them? I can't wait. Been over decades. Yes, I know. I think I will. Shannon said, looks as if one of those thumbs up went to Far Up Dub. Dub? What? Hey? Who? Kai said, I never got the applause part of it either. Timmy? Deb said, please. The clap. Oh, my goodness. Deb said, please, Trump, help Australia. Deb said, I get chills every time we talk about Trump. Yeah. Kai said, who'd cheer? Deb said, best cook in the kitchen. Teresa said, do you remember J6 political prisoners, over 1,500 arrested? No family visits? Seriously? Yes. Shannon said, people die from gonorrhea. No, they don't. They do if you give it to me. There you go. Yeah, Kai said, Teresa, yeah, they were done extra dirty. They were. Yep. Yeah, Deb said Trump with little celebration things around it. Shannon said, Albo drinks VD bitter. Oh, no. Shannon. Kai said Shannon is correct. The clap is fatal. Yeah, to people who don't want it. If you're giving it to them, yep, it definitely would be. Deb said not the right side either. J1 said you rarely know you've been living with parasites till one day you look in the toilet bowl. Oh, no. Shannon said the worm that turned. Okay, we're getting, I don't know where we're going with all this, but come on. Okay. Teresa said, I feel like it's an eminence front. It's a put on. Kai said, like they've been saying, we're watching a movie. Yeah, Rudd, be gone. Mr. Sheen, be gone. Alex said, I'm back. I just had to eat something homemade doner kebab. Oh, nice. Teresa said, Central Casting. Remember Central Casting? Yep. Deb said, it's so funny listening to people having TDS. Mm-hmm. Shannon said, kebab. Yeah. Teresa said, TDS equals a reprobate mind. A doner kebab, yes. A steamed dim sim. J1 said Trump snapped peeps out of the hypnotic matrix. Yep. Where is the Minipia? Why can't I see you? Okay. Go Poda said menacing. Token said interesting. I need to make Mini P. Minipia. Which way is it? Mini P or Minipia? I'm going to have to make you a mod. Alex said, yeah, Catherine O'Hara. I heard Friday she was a good one out to lunch. Shannon said, Donna loves Fred. Oh, and Fred loves Donna. I'm not saying that, Shannon. Out to lunch said, is that a thing? Yeah, Donna kebab, yes. Kai said, oh, thank goodness. I thought it was a wagon train, refugees frozen and left outside. Deb said, oh my God, my neighbour thinks Obamacare was the best thing. Oh, no. Teresa said he's taken the slings and arrows for America. Yes, he is. J1 said crypto at bargain prices. Thank you, Kai. Kai was the one who got the bot. Where am I up to now? I don't know anymore. I'll get there. Here, somewhere. Okay. Alex said it would be great to have a movie, watch night, say what you want. Timmy, don't worry about what other people say or think. Yes. Out to lunch, said Jay. Yeah, it is. Darren. Oh, how you going, Darren? You're watching TV but a bit behind. Just going to add you as a mod just in case you get censored because you've been here a long time. Peg's Place said, I've lost so much in crypto lately. Just hang in there. Just hold the line. Hold the line. Don't do anything. Shannon said, yeah, but she is our liar, so fuck off. Shannon, God love you. Kai said, no one's going to attack Hev, period. Thank you, guys. Teresa said, you'll see the new rainbow dollars. I thought he's taken the rainbow back. No, I haven't seen it. Alex said, please don't block hide comments. Kai Hev always says she wants to see every comment. No, he can do it with that one. No, that's good. That's fine. That was okay. I saw it. I laughed at it, but yeah, they're okay. Okay, where are we? Yeah, I know I've probably said before, don't even worry about the trolls, but yeah, with things like that, when they're really disgusting, you know. Tim S. said, think about why it costs thousands of dollars to get a CT or MRI scan when the actual cost is around $60 to $100. Talk about middlemen. Yes, exactly. That's what you're paying for. Kai said it's a thin line but clearly marked. Hey, Peg's Place, where are you? Why didn't I see you? Oh, there you are up there. You've lost so much in crypto, yeah. Yeah, Michelle Obama has a penis. Alex said, Darren and Debbie, I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Michelle said, Hev, when checking the files, can you please pull out the New Zealand ones? We aren't going to see them. I'll try, yeah. Yep, I'll have a go. I'll have a look for certain things in there. Shana said, Michelle Obama has a pee. Yep. Great to see you, Darren. Yes, definitely. Live. There's a lot happening. We are finally here. Shanna said they even let him grab them by the... Yeah, they do. They threw themselves at him. Darren said, hey, Alex, missed you. Been watching on TV but not had much of a chance to sign into chat. For ages, my tablet wouldn't load YouTube. Oh, no. Teresa said, you'll look up the witness protection in New Zealand. Oh, okay. Alex said, no worries, just good to see you in the chat, Darren. Darren should get a wrench. He's been here forever. Yes, he has. Peg losing crypto. Yeah, just hang in there. Just don't do anything, okay? Because to sell right now would be a big mistake, especially when it's down. Don't do it. Deb said, Big Mike, we all know now. It's sad they took out the reporter of Hollywood over it. Kai can't see Peg. Darren said, I don't remember having those numbers after my name before. Yeah, no, they've gone back to the, original what you signed your channel up, the name that you signed your channel up to. Gelato Risa said, breaking up, barely understandable. Maybe go out and come back in. Darren said, I've been called a spanner before. Shannon said, just ask Joan Rivers. Whoops, too late. She caught on fire in a dentist chair. What a coinkydink. Yeah, fly by Stu. These spanners weigh a ton. How you going? I'll try again. Maybe it's just with me. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, if you want to go out and come back in. Yes, Menacing Muskrat, do your research and use your discernment, please. It's imperative now more than ever that we do this. Be careful who you follow. Be careful who you believe. Don't believe anything. Even me, okay? Don't believe anyone until you do your own research. Dev said, thank you, my mind could not remember. And I don't mean research by watching videos, okay? I mean research. That can be research if they're showing you actual evidence. But be careful of people's biases, even mine. I'm going to tell you right now, I love Trump, okay? I'm going to be biased to Trump because I love him. I wish we had him here in Australia. Anywho, now you know where I stand. Alex said YouTube changed it all now. People use people's unique handle for the name. You can change it in your settings under channel. Kai said, I literally outlived the other channels. I've had spanners on except 2. Oh, there you go. Kai said, one was Bruce Sees All, the Moon Watcher, found too much. Oh, no. Shannon, I'm not reading that. Yeah, Flyby, you reckon Epstein's still alive? A lot of people do. Darren said Lois Starmer, bloody predictive text. A lot more than sexual filth in the files. A lot of light being shed on the workings of the dark side. Yes, I agree with that. AAA and Darren in the corner. Who's AAA? Flyby, he was on an island after his death, a drone illegal. Yeah, looked like him. Flyby said, Alex, good evening to ya. I'm Kai said, deep dive. Shannon said, light is its best disinfectant. Deb said, technologies I've been hanging on to for quite a while. Dark to light, said Shannon. Madam Medusa, how you doing? It must be your time zones. Madam Medusa, I am going to add you as a mod just so you don't... I know you've been here since near the original there, since the beginning. Yep, the X-Files, yeah. Deb said, yes, brain dead people like them. Alex said, the truth is out there. Yes, it is. Kai said, they're blocking some innocent stuff today. ARW, I'm going to add you as a mod so that you don't get censored. Who was the other person? Yeah, why are they doing this? Robin, I'm going to add you as a mod just so you don't get censored because they're doing it to everybody. Menacing Muskrat said JT is really tight with Marina Abramovic. Yes, and that's the video I had. I had videos bookmarked, but they're missing. Alex said they always do. That's why I have made everyone mods, Kai. Darren said, no, Deb, I'm a bit of a loose nut. Kai said, hatred keeps you warm. What? Oh, God, love you. Yeah, Shannon, American-made movie. Madam Medusa said Clinton pardoned his own brother who drug trafficked. Yep. Kai said, good movie. Team America, World Police. I haven't seen it. Flyby said Clinton just about to feel the cold steel of the cuffs. Yes. Welcome, Pamela. Thank you. Rumble link ready for the Watch with Hev. Thank you very much. There's a Rumble link there if you want to join us for watching an episode of The X-Files. Shannon said they already gone Flyby. You're watching a show. Alex said Pamela only flashed up on Hev's screen. I don't think she's in the chat. Yeah. Flyby said what? You're on Rumble as well? Kai said that would explain it. Alex said, yeah, that's where we go to watch for the watch parties, Flyby Stew. Lancelot Dufresne, being nuts is a raise and promotion. God love you. How you going? Shannon, I hear so, but whose knows? Kai said, I'm on a shitty phone with only screw tube. Nothing to sniff at either, said Shannon. Alex said, Tim, a clever joke. Very clever. Menacing Muskrat said, murder on the tracks, the massive cover-up of Kevin Ives and Don Henry. Oh, yes. That has to do with Mena, Arkansas, and Bill Clinton and the cocaine and the drugs that were being flown into Mena, Arkansas. Okay, and the boys that maybe come across it and were killed for it. Lance, enjoy your work. I've never been here before. Thank you very much, Lance. I appreciate that. Kai said, sticky situation there, Shannon. Phoenix said she's doing well at it. Alex said, great to have you in the chat, Lance. Yes. Illusion is our reality, damn it. Yep. You've been lanced a lot. Welcome, says Flyby Stew. Lightworker as well. Okay. Oh, did I make Lance a mod? Lance, I'm going to make you a mod just so you don't get censored because YouTube's censoring comments. But no need to do anything. Don't delete anyone or anything unless they're really just nasty bots or shit, you know. Sorry. Whoops. Try not to swear. I can't help it. Hey, Cassandra, how you doing? Lightworker said, when Trump says central casting, it's a double. Real one was Cabal. My pictures from a visit to museum in UK, it was incredible, said Lance. Nice. Alex said, I may have hidden a comment from the mini piece so it wouldn't have shown up for you because some reason you can't see hidden comments on your own channel. It's madness. Yeah, it is. I've got to find mini piece so I can make them a mod as well. Yeah, just the real stupid ones, you know, like Oh, yeah, I'm a liar. Trying to find the truth, but yeah, I'm a liar. Michelle, your comment's getting blocked. No. Okay, Lightworker said XRP Ripple will be official crypto. Yes, it's going to run the world. Watch. The Flyby said, how do you control your mouse like you do? Make sure you got new batteries in it. Kai said, Derry been watching that downward turn. Lightworker said, United States Treasury notes new money. Yes. Lancelot said we're living in a new paradigm. I feel squared up. Hope you find folks are safe and healthy. Darren said, I feel heavy all of a sudden. Oh, you got a spanner now. Kai's on the phone. Be right back. Alex said, how awesome. I hope you liked England. Hope it's become a bit of a nut house in recent years, though. Yep. Michelle said, by the way, I think my comments are blocked. Oh, no. Darren said, look, lol, a bit house. That's Starmer's dream. J1 said, Iran just executed the political prisoners, so I guess some pretty lights are coming their way from Trump now. Oh, yeah. Yep. Darren said, lol, but not bit. I need to get rid of spell check. Yeah, don't we all? It's terrible. Lancelot said, Alex, I watch mostly British programming. My visit was 87 in an old, I'm an old fart, so most of us. Kelly said, I'm back in time to approve the comment. Shannon said, Jacinda's a man just like Big Mike. Yeah. Cassandra said, I heard silver will hit 50K per Oz. Wow. Unobtainium in 2027. Menacing said, Hev, is there a link for the Epstein EpiPen files? EpiPen files or Epstein files? Oh, I've got to find it. Shannon said they are everywhere in Hollywood. They worship the Baphomet. Kai said they take a few to pop up when blocked. J1 said crypto when everyone is crying, I do my buying. Yes. Kai said got to click approve. Lancelot said I believe nothing. Even trust is a valuable commodity. Yes, exactly. Just make sure you do your own research. So don't believe anyone and what anyone's saying until you've done your own research. And that includes me. I'm trying to find the truth, but I might be wrong in one or two things, you know. It happens. Yeah. Yeah, Jacinda reminded me of Skeletor. Yeah, New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. She looked like a horse. Alex said, it would be good to make a copy of it. Menacing, never know if they'll try and wipe the files. J1 said, Cassandra, if silver ever hits 50,000, electronics will become unaffordable for plebs. Sherry said, damn, YouTube cut me off, had to go out and come back. Shannon said, solar panels use a lot of silver. Muskrat said, exactly. Alex. Darren said, by 2027, a loaf of bread will cost $100,000. Kai said, sorry, mate, and coffee. Flyby said, Hev, I seen him down the local. He's pretending to be a landlord. Who is? Cassandra said, no, it'll be industry paying that much to make tech, not hand off price to please. Lancelot said, being old is a positive place to be in a world gone mad. I hold wisdom for my grands till I can't. Yep. Alex said, oh, wow, back in the 80s when times were good and we had hardly any cares in the world. Yeah. Cassandra said, plebs, not please. Please, YouTube smacked my head. Darren said, happy belated birthday. Shannon said, F yeah. Madame Medusa said, have you heard of Michelle Lammy? Looks like another witch. Have? I don't know. I haven't heard of him. Heard of her? Muskrat said, amen, Lancelot. Lightworker said, you're watching a show. We already won this, but public is now watching the cleanup. Real Hillary hung in 2017. Where am I? Now I'm lost again. Everyone's wishing Alex a happy birthday. I think silver will calm down after corruption, correction, liquidation of the fraudulent paper silver market, says J1. Kai said, I suggest Team America World Police. Darren said, just like in Revelation, Alex, a bag of gold to buy a loaf of bread. Oh, there you are, the mini-pea or minipea. Flyby said, Hev, just one question. Why does Trump wear makeup on his face? I don't know. I didn't know that he did. Or maybe it's for the cameras. Alex said the time is getting ever closer, Darren. Yep. Deb said, send in the cat for mouse. Kai said, I bet the ladies like a lot of Lance. Oh, Kai. Right, sorry, Lance. They try to get me to say rude things, my regular listeners, right? They try to get me to say rude things. Normally I'm pretty good with it, but today I'm missing the ball and sometimes I'm reading them accidentally. Lance said, mini peace. I get that. I guess that's all we can hope for. Small wins. Keep winning and ride the wave. Yep. Menacing said there's more than one Trump. Kai said Tony's on her way home. Shannon said because of the looking glass technology, there's also more than one Trump. They use doubles. Well, most very famous people do have body doubles, okay? YouTube will censor mods in certain circumstances and will put a little red mark next to it. If they have ever done it to me, I just copy, add, paste it, and usually goes through the second time. I didn't think YouTube were... Oh, there you go. They still get mods. Flyby said yeah, but why all the makeup? Kai said maybe because some of them maybe need more makeup to look like him. Kai said they were blocked XXX for triple hugs. Lightworker said Banks will shake tomorrow now. Silver, Divine, Feminine will soar by March. Hang on. Where was that? Oh, shoot. We should be well over £1,000 per ounce by March. Cassandra said, here, Shannon, Ari, looking glass at DJT, time travelling family, I've heard. J1 said, oh shit, Alex must look like murder scene next to my name with all those red lines, lols. Darren said, the time travel is to blame for the Mandela effect. Oh, interesting, Darren. Interesting thought. Shannon said, Baron Trump's adventures, yes. Lightworker said, what's coming is beyond our wildest dream, folks. Prison time over. Kai said, the time ripples started way back. Lance said, trust is more valuable than belief. Twist values, you twist humility. Yeah. Yep, ARW with the little frogs. Yep, that's it. Flyby said, if you two team up with the BBC, I won't be on here, just saying. Oh, yeah. I am Kai said, at 16, I was in the 20 and back program. Alex said, yeah, Michelle Lammy looks like a demon. You would know her if you look her up. She's another Abramovic, but looks even more demonic. Oh, okay. Kai said it only took 15 minutes. Deb said he's so white, studio makeup for camera. Sandy. Okay, Sandy, got to make your mod. Just in case. Don't want you to get censored. It seems time travelers are DEI, just can't get it right. Kai said, now I have stress-induced epilepsy and early onset Alzheimer's. Oh, God love you. Yeah, Deb, you got me, you guys. J1 said a special bulletproof DARPA makeup. Darren said, how can the BBC charge the licence free for YouTube? That would mean everyone in the world having to pay. Yeah, watch them go down. Yeah, Shannon, Orange Man rad. He's rad. Radical. Darren said, lol, Sandy, and hello. Yeah, Kai, you got me. Flyby said, Mr. Orange, you might as well use blue makeup, lol. Darren said, Orange Man ate too many carrots. Lancelot said, I'm a WA state. We are the most corrupted state on the West Coast, America, very successful money laundering country. They all are, I've noticed. Okay. Alex said, just in time for a watch party with me, Sandy. Maritime slave industry couldn't survive. £1,000 an ounce of silver. Yeah, I don't think they could. Shannon said, no more prison planet, the moon loop, soul trap broken. Sandy said, oh, loves, I can only stay for a minute, got to go back to work. That's no problem. Kai said, WV mining town leftovers and underground base access. Lancelot said, this is a very valuable conversation. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate that. Shannon said, maybe it's like green screen but orange. Alex said that would be a big mistake if YouTube do that with BBC. Yeah. Everyone's saying hello to Martin. Alex said, oh, shame. Hopefully you can catch up when you finish. Sandy said, I'll watch the whole stream when I get home. Martin, I'm going to make you a mod just because I don't want you to get censored because YouTube's doing that to everyone. And if anyone does do silly things with their little wrenches, then I reserve the right to remove it again, okay? Okay, and with that, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope you can join me again. I'll be back either tomorrow or the next day. I'm got to go through the Epstein files. Okay, guys, I'll see you over on Rumble shortly, hopefully, in about 15, give me about 15, 20 minutes, and I'll see you over there. Much love, guys, and I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Bye.